Witness, within this motovlog, enough suffering to twist the spirit of one Elle West and wrench from her a primal scream.
Actually, I didn't scream. I exclaimed my unhappiness in F words.
She screamed, I'm telling you. What happened? Well, a number of things. Elle and I were out for a ride in Alberta on a gravel road with our good friend Bryan Bayley when the weather turned suboptimal.
What was that you were saying, Brian? What do you think the weather's going to do?
I think it's going to rain for the time being, and then eventually it will stop. Yeah.
You know what they say, we just got to see what the future holds. We'll either be alive for it or dead.
That's true.
We had not planned to camp that night, but circumstances forced us to, leaving us somewhat underprepared. Then, in the morning, we had not one, but two motorcycles that would not start. Maybe one could have predicted that sort of problem when considering the motorcycles we had selected to ride that day.
Brian is on a 1972 BMW something?
71.
71.
Yeah.
Rides like a dream on this stuff.
R75/5.
I'm on a 1982 Honda CB750 Custom.
If you add the ages of Brian and me together with the ages of our motorcycles, that's 187 years of mental anguish and decay. Sidebar, this is not a how-to video exactly, but if you stick around to the end, I'll show you how Elle and I pull start a 1982 Honda CB750 Custom with another motorcycle and a length of pink paracord. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Today's video begins in Calgary, Alberta. Elle is riding my KLR 650 because her BMW is out of service. It is July 2021 and, as always, I'm off to a late start.
It's not exactly an alpine start, more like noon.
No, it's like 11:20.
That's pretty good for our crowd.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just gonna ride some motorcycles and have a good day. That's the hope.
Yeah, that's the hope, all right. But the fact is, we didn't quite have a plan. Loosely, we intended to ride from Calgary, deke into the Trunk Road at some point, and ride north towards Nordegg. If that sounds familiar, yes, the Trunk Road has made an appearance in my last video. It's a gravel road that snakes along the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains. Now, I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I'll say it again. Elle is a competent and accomplished motorcycle rider, but she does not love riding on gravel and dirt. Couple this with the fact that on this day she is riding an unfamiliar motorcycle that is really too cumbersome for her. Thus, Brian and I, in spite of our antiquated street bikes, rode out front, quite a bit faster if I dare say. Periodically, we stopped for Elle to catch us up and swear at us.
I just got here. Where are you going?
Let's see what she has to say.
Do you think it's going to be?
I think so. Here comes Elle.
Here comes Elle. Hello, Elle.
Hola.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Those weren't the first words I thought you were going to say.
It's not too bad.
Yeah?
It's not very thick, so I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I can see the dry pavement underneath more often than not, which makes me go a little faster. And as soon as I can't see it anymore, I slow down. And then I go faster, and then I slow down. And then I get comfortable and I relax. And then I feel a wiggle and I go, woo! And I tighten up again, and then so it's just enough.
Nice.
This bike here, Elle, actually feels really stable on the gravel.
Yeah, I imagine it might. I mean, your tires aren't the best, but it's so low and it just pulls. I thought it might too, yeah.
But you're happy with that bike to carry on?
But so far.
Okay, we're going north. This is the Trunk Road.
Oh, what do you mean? We're going on a worse road?
No, it's just the Trunk Road.
Not
This is
this
the
road
Forestry
right
Trunk. This is the Forestry Trunk Road now.
Not this one.
Yes.
No.
No. Yeah, that's what we're doing for the rest of the time.
Elle thought we were going up there.
I just wanted to make sure.
The weather started out fine, but turned to heavy rain. This slowed us down due to poor visibility at times and some muddy patches that got a bit slick.
We'll be together, he says. No worry, he says. My gear is your gear. If you need anything out of your luggage, we'll be together, no problem. And yet, here I am, getting rained on, and I don't have my rain pants, because this is Jeremy's luggage. Not my luggage. I want my rain pants. Woo!
You look nice and clean, Elle.
I could have used my rain pants
Me
about
too.
20 minutes ago. Yeah,
You have my rain pants.
damn it.
I stopped to put my rain pants on, but then I realized she had them.
I'm really glad I wore the
I think we're out of the worst of it.
I want to just wear my
Can you help me?
Yeah. What's the matter, Elle?
I can't. Look how far my toe is from the ground over on this side.
Okay.
And then... can't.
I got the bike.
Oh, you're pushing me over.
I got it.
Yeah, Calgary
Can you do it now?
Road pavement all the way to Carolina. I'm debating.
This is why I will often park on the other side, like I'm in England.
How well do you think I can see? Like this.
You should get a pin lock.
Huh?
You should get a pin lock.
You should.
Ow!
There's a heavy load upon my back. No way to throw it off.
So here's the situation.
For a second, I believe it's gone. I'm just a fool out of luck. Standing on the open road. Always with a heavy load. Don't let me carry it alone. I think my head is full of stone. There's not a whole lot I can do when all my visions have come true.
It's not raining this hard right now.
It's raining where Elle is right now.
There are times when everything feels great. I'm on top of the world. But eventually my spirit breaks. Can't get the final word.
We had gotten off to a late start from Calgary, and suddenly the day had nearly gone. At the side of the road, with rain dripping down our backs, we devised a plan. There's a hotel in Nordegg. It's not much to look at, and if you end up there, you're probably either a hunter, an oil worker, or an eccentric using it as a base camp while you search for Sasquatch. I'll bet there's at least one guy in that hotel, even now, to whom all three categories apply. That Venn diagram would just be a circle. Anyway, on the side of the road, we decided to get a room at this hotel when we got there. Are you sure they'll have a room? Elle asked. Bryan and I laughed. Of course they will. This place probably never fills up, we told her. Arriving at the hotel, we found it completely filled up.
It's 20 after 8. And where are we, Jeremy?
We're in a world of hurt.
Because why?
Well, because we thought we might find lodging in Nordegg, but they're full.
Over at that hotel?
We thought, why would you have to book ahead?
Yeah, it's Nordegg.
They're all full. Now we're going to go try to find a place to camp on Crown Land. But the light is fading. There is rain clouds all around us.
And Bryan is with us, but Bryan doesn't have any camping gear.
Now, Elle and I were carrying all our camping gear, but Bryan had nothing. Now he faced a long, wet, dark ride back to Calgary all alone. Then I remembered, hey, I have a spare camping tarp that Bryan could use to keep the rain off. And actually, I even have a spare sleeping bag now that I think about it.
Just out for a bike ride.
Yeah, and
It's
got caught by a little weather, huh?
yeah, there's a little bit of weather.
Now, Bryan is a minimalist camper, so for him, this was actually perfect. Together, we backtracked south along the Trunk Road, and the three of us set up camp. In the morning, Elle and I awoke to find a large puddle in our tent.
Pretty wet and yucky. okay looking day. Doesn't look like it's going to get any drier. So, good day to wake up inside of a wet tent with an actual puddle inside my tent.
On waking up, Elle, what were your first thoughts? And then what were your first thoughts? And then after that, what thoughts did you have? And then your thoughts were more like...
I cannot say on camera.
Yeah, well, you screamed, actually.
I didn't scream. I exclaimed my unhappiness in F words. I didn't scream. I didn't go, ah!
I
Like a
differ.
little girl with a spider.
Oh no, it was like a grown woman with the spider. And then what happened?
It was wet, and we got wet, and we went outside in the wet to escape from the inside in wet. It was just wet everywhere.
This is a fact.
Don't scream. Don't scream.
Bryan had to leave right away. His bike wouldn't start, so he and I push-started it. There's no footage of that, but it went smoothly and he lit off for home, leaving Elle and I to pack up our soggy tent and turn our attention towards getting our own bike started. The KLR started just fine, then came my old Honda. I'm about to start, or try to start Del Toro, but she does not like starting when it's anything cooler than like 30 degrees Celsius.
And now?
It's cooler than that.
Yeah?
It's
How
not
much
bad.
cooler do you
It's
think?
warm, but she's still gonna struggle. I know it. Give her a little break and we'll try again. It's a game of playing with the choke and the throttle, and it's a race to the bottom because the battery is dying as I'm doing this.
Do we have booster cables?
We do have booster cables,
Okay.
but taking the seats off of this bike is a pain.
All right.
But
Is there one good news in all of this, Jeremy?
we're camping in Alberta and it's beautiful.
And it just stopped raining, at least momentarily.
Yeah.
We got rained on yesterday. We went to sleep in the dry, and we woke up in the wet, didn't we?
Well, you did.
Uh-huh. Mr. sleeping on the high side of the tent and leaving me on the bottom side.
It's not my first rodeo. We hoped that El Toro, that's the bike's name, would need just a little coaxing, using a soft rise to build up some speed. When that failed, we uncoiled our tow rope and pulled the bike to life. Real quick, I'll just say that I am the author of several motorcycle travel books. The first one, Motorcycle Therapy, it's short, it's funny. The second book is called Through Dust and Darkness. I'm also the editor and contributor of 2 motorcycle travel anthologies, Motorcycle Messengers and Motorcycle Messengers 2. Ask for them by name at your local independent bookstore. It really wants to start, but it's not starting. So, what's that? It really wants to start, but it's not starting. So we're off to method 2, gonna try to tow it. Back to the old towing board. Elle and I have way more practice doing this than any 2 people ever should. We pulled my KLR 650 to start it all over South America when I couldn't find a proper battery. Now we were using that bike to pull start my other piece of junk motorcycle. Am I filming? A little farther? Good. Let me quickly add a disclaimer here. Pull starting a motorcycle can be dangerous. There are so many ways things can go wrong. This is not an instructional video. I am not telling you how to do this or even suggesting that you ever try it. I am merely showing you what Elle and I did do on this day, okay? Everybody cool? I've found that the most stable way to tow one motorcycle with another one is to pull from one foot peg to the other, either right to left or left to right. I usually decide based on which side of the bike has the drivetrain. Wait, didn't I just say this video is for entertainment purposes only? I'd better not say anymore. I don't know, it's kind of a weird... Yep, clutch in. Let's coast to a stop. I may as well slot in a quick call to action right here. Please let me know if you're liking this video so far by clicking the like button. And now it's time to talk about subscribing. I know you want to, and I want you to want to. I'm trying to reach 1 million subscribers on this channel, and right now, I'm just about 1 million subscribers away from that goal. Please subscribe. After a few failed attempts to start the machine, Elle and I finally got El Toro to roar alive. From there, we took the Icefields Parkway back to Canmore.